Well, it's public service. It can be a lot of different things in terms of career paths. The largest employer in the U.S. is government. There are 22 million government jobs in this country. About 12% of those are federal jobs, 24% are state government jobs, and the remaining 64% are local jobs, cities, counties, school districts, the entities that we see and interact with on a daily basis provide most of the jobs in this country in terms of government and public administration. Well, as we've been talking about the fact that government is such a wide field, first of all, if I was a student, I would think about what interests me, whether that's a job outdoors, which could be something like a park ranger, whether that's a job related to public safety, which that could be fire, rescue, law enforcement, whether that's a job related to the courts, and there are all kinds of things related to courts, whether that be lawyers as far as judges are concerned, or clerks, or individuals that interact with the courts that help people that may have issues in their life and help them get those things straightened out. And then there's the public works function where, you know, the roads have got to be built and maintained, the garbage got to be picked up, and I know all that doesn't sound real, real high tech, but all of those things have to happen for society to function on a daily basis. And there's some satisfaction for a lot of people in all those many different fields. So it's pretty much wide open, but I would take personally, what am I interested in, and then look at the fields that are lined up with what your interests are. You can leave high school and go into some entry-level jobs, obviously with some basic training. For example, if you decided you wanted to go into firefighting or law enforcement, you could get your high school degree, go straight into those fields. Most of the time they provide training for you on the front end for those positions, so there are some entry-level jobs right out of high school. If you're going to talk about what you need to look at in terms of college for government and public administration, start right from the top with public administration as a career field or a major. There's business administration, accounting, public health, and public policy. Any of those four-year type degrees will give you a good basis to enter government service. Well, you gotta love working with people in your community, because everything you do in government and public administration affects the community, the things that go on, the services that are required to keep the society going from day to day. So you really got to have a servant's heart, in my opinion, to enter into government and public administration. It just really takes that. It's not going to be one of the most lucrative careers you can get into, but from a satisfaction standpoint, personally, I've enjoyed being able to serve the public and give back through the years. The national average is in the range of 35,000 to 85,000 when you look at all the jobs today. So that's what, 60 grand average. Usually the entry-level jobs are around 30,000, and government jobs on the average nationwide, they top out at somewhere around 150,000. Well, let's 22 million employees. Right now, millennials, as an example, make up about 7% of that total. But just in excess of 50% of that 22 million that are currently employed are mostly made up of people like myself who are getting ready to retire. So there's going to have to be a huge influx of individuals interested in filling these jobs in the very near future. So there's a lot of jobs that'll be opening up in the next 10, 15 years for those folks like myself that are going to be moving on. Taking on a new challenge, whether that's taking on a new project that provides a public service and seeing it all the way through fruition, moving on from that and seeing that project continue 10, 15, 20 years down the road successfully has been probably more for me.